Hello friends, I'm Meghna Thomas and welcome back to our channel Epaulettes Aviation Pilot Training Academy, your route to the cockpit. My video today is for my young friends who are still in their 12th standard and will be appearing for the board exam this year. Well, yes, we have entered the year 2023 and the board exams are not very far away. So if you are in your 12th standard and you haven't decided about what you want to do further in your life, maybe trying for a pilot training would be a good choice for you. As we all know that the main subjects that you need to have in your 12th standard to become a pilot are physics, English and maths. However, even if you are from a commerce background, there is an option of NIOS, that is National Institute of Open Schooling, where you could go and appear for your papers individually of physics and maths in case you did not have these subjects in your 12th standard and then proceed for your pilot training. But in my video today, I am going to be focusing about how to become a pilot after you finish your 12th science. So if you are someone who is still in your 12th standard and you aspire to become a pilot, my video today will really help you. To become a commercial pilot, there are certain educational standards and medical standards that need to be met. If you wish to know what the medical standards are, we have done a few videos previously on our channel. Feel free to go to the page and access the videos. I am not going to be talking in detail about the medical standards and the educational standards. Since we all are aware, let's move forward. So once your 12 standards results are out, basically you do not need really high grades or rankings to become a pilot. You should have just passed. That is sometimes the minimum requirements for all the airlines. Not many airlines come with major cutoff requirements. They're all very simple, close to 50%, 60%. So yes, that is the requirement for you to score in your 12th standard. So the first step after your 12th standard is you have to look for a good pilot training institute. We have many in our country. One among them is Epaulettes Aviation. You are welcome to join us. Now, before you join, most institutes have a pilot aptitude test. All candidates must clear the aptitude test in order to get selected. This aptitude test is a 3-stage process. This includes a written examination, an interview and an aptitude test. The subjects that are generally asked for the written examinations are mathematics, geography, general knowledge, English skills and so on. This is followed by your interview, and the candidates who manage to clear the first 2 stages are then called for the aptitude test. Now, after all this, it is the best if you can get your Class 1 medicals conducted. Class 1 medical happens after your Class 2 medical. So, the first medical that will happen would be a Class 2 medical and then you would proceed for your Class 1. So, it is always advisable to go get your Class 2 and Class 1 medical done before you start your pilot training. So, now that all that is done, you're done with your aptitude test, your medical examinations are done, you are ready to begin your pilot training. So most of the pilot training institutes in India have a tie-up with the flying schools in India or abroad, where after you finish your ground classes, you will be sent for your flying training. Now what happens in the ground training is you will be trained for your theoretical subjects, which is navigation, MET, radio aids and RTR and so on. It is preferred that you finish giving your DGCA exams and then proceed for your flying training. You might decide to go to the US or you would wish to do it in India. We have plenty of flying schools and really good flying schools that are available in India. And unlike before, where it used to take a long time in India to finish the course, it's not the case these days. You will finish your flying training in a short span of time. Well, usually it takes about 1 to 2 years. So yes, that would be the time span, which includes your flying training and your written examinations, everything included. Now let's talk about what happens in the flying training. Flying training is the next part after your ground training. So the flying training at first will be a supervised one. You will be flying with a flight instructor. Before you even enter the cockpit of your training aircraft, you will be issued an SPL. The SPL will allow you to fly with an instructor to learn how to fly the aircraft. And now once the training has begun, to obtain your CPL, the candidate must have flown 200 hours of flight time, which include various types of flying that you would have done, which is already mentioned in our previous videos. Please feel free to go see those videos and get yourselves updated on those as well. So now that you have clocked your required flying hours and you have completed your DGCA written exams, which were the subjects like air navigation, MET, radio aids, which I had already told you about, and also let me mention that you have a cutoff marks to pass your DGCA exams. you need to score a minimum of 70% marks in all these individual subjects, which means in radio navigation you should have scored 70%. Even if you score 69%, you will have not passed your examination. So the cutoff marks to pass your DGCA exam is 70%. Don't worry, the subjects are very easy. Well, if not easy, but they are quite understandable and relatable. I find them more easy than my 12th standard maths. Well, I never understood why I really studied differentiation and integration. I have never put them to use in my life, but these are going to be logical. You will not find them boring, and they will be really interesting for you to solve. So these exams, if you understand them and if you are interested, yes, it will be easy peasy for you to clear it. So now what happens after you finish your CPL and you have got your CPL license in hand? Well, many of us wait for the airlines to come up with a vacancy for CPL holders, and in the meanwhile, yes, we prepare, we read through our subjects, navigation and all those, which will actually help us to clear the interview and the written examination. If you are lucky enough, your vacancies will be announced as soon as you finish the flying training, but if you are not very lucky, you might have to wait for some time. Well, the wait is not determined. It could be probably a year, a few months. Well, totally depends on your luck. If you have observed, these days the airlines have been calling pilots with the type rating. So in case you have your CPL in hand, you have enough funds, it might be a good idea to go and get a type rating rather than just sitting on your CPL. Looking at the trend these days, all the vacancies that have come up have been for type rated pilots. So yes, you will have an upper hand at your selection if you have a type rating with you. So yes, this is all that you will have to do to fulfill your dream of becoming an airline pilot. Well, getting a CPL is not just the end of the process. You have to be eager to be learning throughout your journey in this career. I hope my video today helps you, and if you have any queries or doubts, please feel free to contact us at the address and contact details mentioned below. For more such informative videos and updates, keep following our channel Golden Epaulettes Aviation. Come, let's fly!